podcast, House of the Dragon Talk, man. It's freaking episode 7, one episode left. It's crazy. OMG, oh my god, right? It's just like, what the hell, dude? What a great episode. I cannot get over episode 7 of season 3, man. And I feel like this episode really is like probably one of the greatest of House of the Dragons episodes. And even from season 1, I do have a couple episodes that I really enjoy. But I gotta say, man, if you haven't seen it already and you're a House of the Dragon fan, I advise you to see it. By the way, welcome to the podcast. Welcome to this review. It's your boy Vinnie D, the Young Wolf, man. We're talking House of the Dragon, HBO, one of HBO's, one of their most pristine shows, if not the best show of all time by Game of Thrones, right? How can we not talk about Aegon? Mr. Aegon Targaryen, right? The people who hate on the most, who came back, showed triumph, and not only showed bravery, but his dragon Sunfire is back. Sunfire came out the woodwork. He came out the woods like, bro, what's up? Aegon looking all burnt up. Sunfire looking all burnt up. They looking twinsied out. They're looking like twins, basically like twins. Man, this episode solidified legendary status for the House of the Dragon series. And I feel like, man, episode 7, I would argue that maybe will this be better than the season finale? And always that last episode of the season is always very great. But I gotta say, man, freaking Aegon and freaking Sunfire coming back. And then we have Helena on her dragon. They showed a little snippet of her, of Dreamfire, right? Of her dragon. And then we have the battle of the dances with the dragons, right? Between Sea Smoke, my favorite dragon of all, man, is fucking, obviously I love Sunfire, but Sheep Stealer, man, how they gonna do Sheep Stealer like that, right? And everybody's saying Sheep Stealer got like blindsided, they double teamed him or whatever. But you know what, man, Sheep Stealer can handle it, man. Even though, what I'm saying, he basically went hobbled away, and Carax's freaking Damien's dragon almost took him out. But I would argue to say that he almost took one of my other favorite dragons out, Syrax. Rhaenyra pulled up. Everybody pulled up to the dance, to the fight, man. It was crazy. Sea Smoke was chewing on Sheep Stealer. Syrax and Sheep Stealer were going at it. And I gotta say, man, Sheep Stealer held its own straight up like a G. You cannot deny the fact. And man, that dragon battle was simply epic. But I'm just like, bro, how are they gonna double team freaking Sheep Stealer like that? And I feel like this is a bigger plot for a bigger play, for a bigger fight, for just to see what's going to happen later on in the series. Because if you're a quote unquote, let me just say this, when I mean, and I say fan of real fan of House of the Dragon, I don't mean it in a negative light or in a bad way or anything like that. But I mean it like, if you pay attention to the books, if you read the books, because I know the story in itself from the books and the TV show is a little bit different. You would know that some of the stuff is very similar. Some of the stories that they tell are very similar, and it's just like you have to pay attention to it, right? But I feel like, man, that dragon battle really shows you what Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon is all about. And Rhaenyra straight up pulled up. She thought, you know what I'm saying? Why didn't you tell me about this dragon? Who was riding it and all this? And Daemon was basically trying to squash everything, make sure everything was not going crazy. Man, there's so much going on here in House of the Dragon. Rhaenyra's spot and how she's coming along. And I'm just like, dude, that freaking battle scene was crazy. And the fact that Sheep Stealer walked away from it, dude, Sheep Stealer is a beast of a dragon. And even though everybody likes to say this and that, or basically Sheep Stealer walked away very injured, very hobbled, but I feel like Sheep Stealer has a big role to play. By the way, I'm rocking yes, man, I'm rocking House of the Dragon. By the way, if you guys are just joining this podcast, this review, we're reviewing House of the Dragon, and we're talking about my review and my reaction to, episode 7, season 3 here, and even though it's going to be the season finale next weekend, I'm just like, bro, how can we not enjoy and and replay it like Aegon, bro. And it just shows you how far Aegon has come. The real true king. I've always been a fan. Even if I'm Team Black, right? If I root for Team Black, if I love Rhaenyra, obviously it's like we know who the true heir is. Some may argue that, but he took a beating. I mean, Aegon took a beating. You know, his brother tried to kill him, tried to take him out, and now he's just like he's rising to the occasion. He's rising above. He's more legendary than ever. Everybody, I feel like there's a lot more people that weren't rooting for Aegon that are rooting for Aegon now. So to see him in the glory in the woods like that, I mean, in the forest, about to go battle with these fools, these crazy men, these soldiers in the middle of the forest, and then all of a sudden out of the darkness, out of the middle of darkness, you see Sunfire, his beautiful dragon, pull up. Sunfire pulls up like a G. I mean, bro, they're both all melted. They look burnt. Aegon looks burnt. His dragon looks burnt. I'm just like, bro, this is like rekindled, man. Just like HBO said, rekindled, man. It's like they rekindled something that was once magical, and it's just like to see then freaking Aegon. He's just like Dracarys, and shit up, fire, just burning everybody, man. If it wasn't for Sunfire, man, I feel like, dude, it would have been over for Aegon, right? I mean, pretty much. What an epic scene, guys. I was just like, dude, this is so fucking awesome, bro. This episode, how can you not love this episode? I mean, you got your hardcore Game of Thrones, you know, fans and people that read the books hardcore and that really study the show. But, you know, I studied the show too. And I really said, hey, listen, man, that freaking episode was simply epic. Unforgettable. Unforgettable, man. If you guys are just joining, please give this video a like. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. And by the way, I got my Vermithor House of the Dragon shirt. Yeah, man, House of the Dragon. This episode this episode was simply legendary, man. And you know, could have Caraxes took out Sheepstealer in that battle scene? Yeah, he probably could have. But I feel like what I was saying before is basically what I was saying is that there's a lot of role to play for the upcoming season and the last season, which will be season 4. And what can you take away from this, man? You could take away that there's a lot of things that are going to happen between and Aemon. And what's the relationship between Alicent and his mom, right? Aemon Targaryen been hiding in, you know, Harrenhal and been dealing with Mrs. Allie Rivers, the wicked witch. What's up personally, man? What the hell going on with her, man? She just be on some tweaking, something going on with her, man. I feel like something is different, right? There's something that's not right, or it's just maybe she's trying to coax. She's trying to basically change Aemon, and he's like, you know what? I trust my mom, but then his mom, you know, Alicent, she's got tricks up her sleeve. It's like, do we trust her too? Even though I love Alicent. Shout out to Team Green, man. Shout out to Aegon, bro. Shout out to Aegon. Bring Aegon, the usurper, to me. By the way, I do want to. I think I'm gonna get the Pop Funko of the Aegon and Sunfire. So I really love Sunfire, man, the dragon. I mean, dude, that was such an epic scene. Such an amazing scene how they did it in the forest like that. I was just like, man, bro, that was crazy. But what my review and my honest take is that this is probably one of my favorite episodes of season 3. And finale, I feel like our season finale next Sunday is going to be simply battle scene, probably a lot of epic fight scenes, right? Battle scenes. And, you know, season 4 is going to be very sad. It's going to be sad to see that, like, okay, House of the Dragon is finally ending. Now what are we going to watch, right? It's just like, I'm going to continue to watch House of the Dragon. I'm go back, watch every single episode and every single season, even Game of Thrones. That's what I did with Game of Thrones. And I was just like, you know, what Game of Thrones meant to me in that period, and how House of the Dragon, what it means to me, and it's just like so much stress reliever, because I feel like not only do and I can give my reaction and my thoughts to the episodes and to the season in itself, is that I feel like it had a personal take on my life, because I spent, majority of season 1 with my first dog, little mama, and I feel like this whole captivation of House of the Dragon, I just spent a lot of time with watching House of the Dragon with my dogs. I still have, obviously Katniss, my new dog that I have, and she loves watching the dragons. Just always, House of the Dragon has a special place in my heart and my home. I love dragons, and I love the story, man. And even though sometimes we might not be getting the full story, the full context, say we read the book or we watch the show, these dragons make us happy, right? The dragons and everything else. But if you guys are just joining, man, please smash the like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and hit that notification bell. We're talking about House of the Dragon, episode 7, how it was so epic. And I want to jump back to, basically, I want to hop back and jump back into that forest scene where Aegon just appears about to go down with the Lannister, right? About to throw down, and all of a sudden, you see these men walking up, and you see basically, like, it looks like it's going to be the end. It looks like it's going to be the end. And I feel like that right there solidifies what House of the Dragon is as a just a franchise, right? Like, what they stand for, and, like, to see the braveness of Aegon and say, this is where I come from. I am the second of his name. I am the true heir. You know what I'm saying? From Viserys, from the originator. And Aegon, and then all of a sudden you hear these little booms in the background, and then Sunfire appears, bruised, damaged, but just like freaking Aegon. It's just simply amazing, man. And then to see him back with his dragon, and then Aegon, just to see Sunfire torching everybody, dude. Sunfire straight up torching everybody was a sight to see. So, I mean, you're going to get your naysayers. They're going to get the comments saying, this is that. But I simply, guys, I loved it, man. House Targaryens in full effect. Whether you love Team Green or Team Black. I mean, obviously, I love Rhaenyra, but I love Aegon. Aegon! Such an amazing story, right? An amazing story. But there you guys have it, man. My reaction and my review. We're going to have the season finale coming up, man. It's just... And I honestly say, man, for all that fight that basically Sheepstealer had to go through in that battle scene, man, you got to give it to it. Sheepstealer held its own. You know what I'm saying? Sea Smoke was trying to take him out. Caraxes, and Cyrax were double teaming. I'm like, bro, what is this? They're trying to double team freaking Sheepstealer, but Sheepstealer is like, man, fuck y'all, man. I'm coming for it, right? I was just like, dude, what an episode, guys. What an episode. And I want to thank you guys for joining this podcast, this review on Vinnie's Talk. Welcome to Vinnie's Talk. We got more reviews and things of that nature coming up soon. But it's House of the Dragon forever. And until the next time, you guys know what to do, man. Peace.